Hi, welcome to Kindred Spirit Readings. Let's begin, Libra. There is a little confusion around the way you do things, the decisions you're making this week. A lot of things are rather significant to you, especially this week due to events, occasions. I'm seeing that there is a little bit of distress when it comes to how much it may mean to you and not so much for others. This isn't a time to be worrying so much about other people's perception of you or your situation. This is now a time to be concentrating on what is most important to you, and you may feel as though the more support you have behind you, the better you will feel, and that if that support is not reciprocated, then all the walls come crashing down. As I mentioned before, I don't think this is anything to lose your cool over, and this is definitely, most definitely not about pleasing others or trying to get in somebody's good books or trying to get people to side with you. It's not on that level where it's simply just wanting somebody or even a group of people, depending on where you are at in your life and depending on how many people you're involved with currently within your space, to acknowledge that what you've created or what you've done or how far you've made it into your life throughout your journey, that you have that support, that people support what you do, that people acknowledge that. And there's that sense, that feeling of, I'm proud of you because you really work hard and you have worked really hard and you've done so much, whether it be for yourself or for others. You are craving that little bit of acknowledgement. It's not that you're needy, it's not that you're demanding anything, although what's coming across to other people, how it's being presented to others, could be the complete opposite to what you feel or how you feel or what you had expected. Okay, with that being said, it's going to be a little bit of a difficult process for you to navigate the rest of your path this week. It simply remains this way. The best way to come out of this is to own your journey and to be proud of what you've done for yourself. You don't need, that kind of acknowledgement, although it's nice to have that. But I think the realization that you're coming to is that would most definitely work for you at the end of the day. Sometimes it's nice to feel that. But you could go along with your week and say, I'm okay just the way I am, sure enough. I know that there are people there for me, but everybody is different. I'm willing to accept that. Although I will say that you might find this rather difficult at some point. This is all about being honest with yourself and finally accepting people for who they are and just seeing things and places for what they are. It's not something you need to overanalyze, but you are doing that at the moment, just that. So if you are achieving goals this week, there will be tension, but if you let go and let it be, I do see that your week is going to be rather smooth and you'll notice the difference most certainly. I'm seeing that there is difficulty regarding children. There is a tense moment, or there are a few tense moments. It's mostly behind closed doors. Nobody's really involved on the external, on the outside. This is mostly to do with close family. Maybe there are a select few who are trying to help out in that area of your life, but children are going to be extremely difficult to deal with this week. Although it isn't something to lose your cool over, you can get through this by the way of communication. That communication needs to be clear and concise. And I am seeing that there is a lot of bickering, a lot of arguing, a lot of tense moments, but this is something that you can get through if you allow yourself and if they allow themselves, for both parties, to be able to see the story from both sides. So just keep an open mind and this will help. I'm seeing that there is something to do in the way of certain topics that are being approached. If you can try to avoid arguments for argument's sake, this is one thing that's showing up for me quite strongly. For you, this would be a really great idea. Now is not the time to be arguing, rather listening to each other, but it's up to you at the end of the day how you choose to tackle these issues. I am seeing that this is going to be one of those issues that begins within the home, but then there's something around the way of a situation becoming more than what it should actually be. It is escalating. If you're not bickering or arguing, there is dead silence, so perhaps something to work on. Thank you, Libra.